A very warm welcome to part 2 of this recording. Now you'll have noticed in the ongoing battle, the DP Ruto camp has been attacking Raila Odinga at every least excuse. They've gone out of their way to attack Raila Odinga, even when Raila Odinga does not seem to be involved in the whole issue. To a casual observer, it looks like the DP William Ruto camp are just provoking Raila. Wanachokoza Raila bure. Well, what is coming out now is that Raila Odinga is definitely bang in the middle of this battle against DP William Ruto. Yeah, he's on the same side as President Uhuru Kenyatta. Now, DP William Ruto and his troops are still in Jubilee, so they cannot attack the president directly. Yeah, and so the next best thing is to attack his partner. Yeah, his partner in arms. And that partner in arms is Raila Amolo Odinga. You don't believe me? Well, sample the following. Just yesterday, the ODM Secretary General, Edwin Sifuna, named one of the big kingpins in the sugar scandal. He named one of the people involved in the importation of poisonous sugar. In fact, if we're to believe Edwin Sifuna, this is one of the main big fish behind the importation of this sugar. And Sifuna named, wait for this one, Aden Duale, the Garissa town legislator and leader of the majority, and DP William Ruto's right-hand man, very close to DP William Ruto. Clearly, Uhuru and Raila have a common enemy, and that common enemy is a man called William Samoei Ruto. Now suddenly, the attacks by the DP William Ruto against Raila, very consistent, very repeated attacks. Indeed, the most recent was somebody said, there should also be a lifestyle audit on Raila Odinga. And this is very interesting because Raila Odinga is not in government. And the people who should go through a lifestyle audit are the people handling public funds. The last time I checked, Raila Odinga does not handle public funds. Still, Raila Odinga has come out and said he's ready for the lifestyle audit anytime. But folks, now the smoke should have cleared. Now everything should be very, very clear to us. All indications are that something very big, very major is about to happen. Yep, you heard me right. Now let us go back briefly to the sugar business. In a previous recording, I said that I agree with Kimunya that Matiang'i should not have come out in a press conference to release the information he did. However, in the same recording, because this political analysis, you need to look at things from all angles. Yeah, you don't expect me just to spell out something without qualifying it. Yeah, in the same recording, I said I have a theory. My theory was Matiang'i did not release that statement to show that he's working. He was not working alone in releasing that statement. It was part of a strategy. And it was part of a strategy aimed at the objective of finishing off the DP Ruto camp. In other words, it was not about Kenyans being fed with poison sugar. Actually, it was about DP William Ruto. Now, Sifuna's latest very sensational revelation seems to confirm that. The truth is, and we cannot run away from it, if it is true that this sugar is laced with mercury and other harmful metals, it's too late. We have been consuming this sugar for a very long time. And the government has not done anything to stop it until now, when it is convenient to do so, because it will be hitting two birds with the same stone. Doing the right thing by Kenyans, which they should have done right from the beginning, but also meeting their political objectives of the day. And that is dealing with DP William Ruto. Now I find it very interesting that in my list, the list in Club 1999, highly sensitive list of the people who will never pass the lifestyle audit, some of these people being mentioned now are on that list. Now to be very honest with you, Club 1999 members have been very impatient because I'm yet to release that list. I've advertised it here, I've talked about it here, but I've not yet released it. But I'm releasing it in the next few minutes. Why did I not release it? Well, somebody advised me, hold on. let's wait and see how things play politically. Let at least 1 or 2 names on that list come out in public. In my view, that was excellent advice, because that list will make much more sense now than it would have made then, a week ago. You see, there's another truth in politics. Timing is everything. You can do something and it will be more effective, if you wait and do it at exactly the right time. Timing in politics is everything. And granted, we are not politicians, but we're in politics. We analyze politics. Now, you really need to see that list, okay? If you're not yet a member of Club 1999, use the email address you see on your screens right now. Send a blank email. You'll get an automatic response immediately, giving instructions on exactly what to do to become a member. Lifetime membership is $2,999 or $29.99, and 6 months membership is $19.99. 1,999 shillings or $19.99. And you can become a member immediately wherever in the world you are. This is not just for people in Kenya, as somebody tried to accuse me the other day. Ati wewe uko na ubaguzi, Chris. This, how do we join Club 1999 and we're so far away from Kenya? Well, a lot of our members are spread out in very far off places. In fact, some places you've never heard of. So if you're in the UK and you think you can't become a member, or you're in the US and you think you can't become a member, that's ridiculous. Anyway, we now know very clearly something big is about to happen. This war is about to go into a very major battle. Very major, very fierce. Granted, it would appear that DP William Ruto has all the odds stacked against him, because the current fight against corruption by the president has the full backing of the people of Kenya. Kenyans are fed up of corruption. It has the full political backing and goodwill of the people of Kenya. And it is also true that there are some people who surround DP William Ruto who have become very rich, very wealthy, very suddenly. And so they are sitting ducks. The argument by Murkomen that the motive for these lifestyle audits, the motive for this fight against corruption needs to be right. That declaration by Murkomen doesn't hold water. It doesn't have any political backing from anywhere outside the Rift Valley. On the political chessboard, it looks like we have a checkmate. Against Ruto, it would appear that the game is about to end and Ruto will be the loser. However, knowing DP William Ruto and looking at his history, I don't think the game is going to end soon. This is a man who has pulled a rabbit out of the hat at the very last minute. And he has done this many times. Not once, not twice. He has done it many times. So it may appear to be a checkmate, but I don't think it is. I think it's just the beginning of a long drawn-out battle. And as I've often said on this channel, it's really not about 2022. It's not. It's about the survival of DP William Ruto, the man who created the Uhuru Kenyatta presidency. Now, despite the tension, let's relax a bit. Nasikia njugu imeisha. Well, I think we'll have to look for groundnuts, because tea may be out of question because of the sugar manenos. Remember my prediction? I told you this is like those movies you watch, and the movie has started, and in the first 20-30 seconds, 2 people have been shot. There's been a high-speed car chase, the car's gone over the bridge. And so much action has happened, and it's only the first 30 seconds. And this movie is 90 minutes. Folks, isn't that what has happened? Isn't that exactly what has happened? And you know the key thing about suspense in drama and in movies? The key thing is you have no idea what's going to happen next. So you know the definition of a boring movie? The definition of a boring movie, even if it's action-packed, you can predict what's going to happen next. If there's a lot of action, but you know that the main star is going to come and rescue everything, and beat up everybody, that's boring. But if the main star comes and is suddenly shot and he falls over the bridge into the water, then that is suspense. And then to make it worse, the next scene is a funeral. And then you ask yourself, How can the main star die? How is this possible? Only to discover that the main star was faking his own death. Somebody else was sent there to dress exactly like him, and that's the person who fell in the river. And the main star is actually still very much alive. You get my drift. You have absolutely no idea what is going to happen next. No matter how clever as a political analyst you are, that's the truth, that's the reality in Kenya today. No matter how smart you think you are, nobody has any idea what will happen next. Granted, we in this channel have an advantage because we are following prophecy. So we know a few general rules. We know there will be overturns. And that's why the current overturn, where Jubilee is no more, is not surprising. Okay? But those are not details. We only know the general idea and the general direction. To tell you the truth, and I know many of you come to this channel to get an idea of what's going to happen next. Okay? To tell you the truth, and maybe to disappoint you, I have absolutely no idea what is going to happen next. And I believe nobody does, except God Almighty himself. And that is what makes this movie super exciting. The kind of movie you don't watch if you have a weak heart, because it will give out. If you have a heart condition, not advisable to watch this movie. Not advisable. Yeah? Just take your heart medication and watch something else. A less exciting movie, a less stressful movie. Yeah? Maybe even watch soccer. Yeah? Because this thing, hii drama ya Kenya, Anyway, until next time, this is Kshs Kumekucha.